Is the bottom finally in for XRP? Are we going to see a parabolic move to the upside, or are we going to continue to the downside in the short term? Very, very bullish on XRP right now. The XRP ledger is preparing for significant upgrades, and on-chain data is showing that whales have accumulated 1.2 billion, and that's billion with a B, XRP tokens in 2026 so far. A lot's happening with XRP right now, and we're going to cover everything in today's XRP video. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so let's start on the coin market cap. So the current price of XRP is $1.02, which is not great, to be honest, but who really cares about price when you've got such amazing fundamentals with a brilliant project like this? Now, what I love about CoinMarketCap is they've done some updates. I think it just came out this year. So basically got in AI integration in the news and stuff. So you click see more here, and then you get all of the latest news, which is like fully relevant about every single project. So instead of scrolling through different news articles, see what's happening and doing a lot of research, you can come to CoinMarketCap and it's got everything in one place. So it's absolutely brilliant. So Ripple invests in digital asset infrastructure. Now, this one here. So basically, Ripple made undisclosed strategic investments in two firms. Zelo, which provides tech for tokenized investment funds. The second one I can't pronounce, but it's basically a UK regulated platform for digital asset collateral. The goal is to integrate their services with the XRP ledger, enabling institutions to issue, custody, and use tokenized assets with RLUSD for settlement. So basically what this means, this is bullish for XRP because it directly supports Ripple's long-term vision of becoming a global settlement layer. By building the plumbing for institutional tokenization, it could drive significant real-world usage and transaction volume onto the XRPL over time. You've also got partnerships with MasterCard. MasterCard completes acquisition of Ripple partner BVNK, and that was on the 4th of August, which is less than about a week ago, actually. And then if we go down here in terms of conclusions, you don't need to read all the articles. Ripple is aggressively building the institutional framework for XRP's use in tokenization and payments. Yet the token struggles below key moving averages. That's exactly what we're going to go over today. And what I'm seeing in the charts is super bullish. With these foundational developments, eventually a price breakout, not great at pronouncing that word, or will macro and technical headwinds persist? So what I'm going to do in today's video, I'm going to go over the charts for what I'm seeing for XRP, because I'm more of a technical guy in terms of technical analysis. Obviously, I look at the fundamentals for projects. I see what's happening, what could push the price. Are wells accumulating? Are people buying the token? Is there interest in the token? Is there hype? But ultimately, technical analysis is what kind of I look at, and I'm very good at it. So that's what we're going to go over today, and I'm going to show you when I think XRP is going to go up, basically. And I think we are very close to the bottom. So let's jump into the charts. Okay, so let's first of all state the obvious. XRP is in a downtrend, as we can see. All-time high, 21st of July, I believe, or last year, basically just over a year ago, we had highs of around $3.66, and ever since then we've been in been falling, basically, been in a downtrend. Now, as you can see, we came down to the equilibrium, we used it as support, we got rejected, we fell back down through the equilibrium, had a change of character, breaker structure to the downside, equal low, moved sideways, tried to head back up, failed, breaker structure to downside, and that's what leaves us in the position that we are now. Now, we're currently sitting at $1. Now, what's really interesting, what I'm looking at is, look at a number of things. We're obviously in a downtrend, but at some point we have to kind of move sideways and start heading back up. Now, we do have a breaker structure here that has never ever been filled. Typically, when we have a breaker structure or a change of character, and I'll use this as an example, change of character, we go up, we then have a fake out, we then continue in that direction. So we have had a breaker structure to the upside, but we've never kind of came back, filled that fair value gap, filled this massive gap here. Let me move the screen over, just my head's not in the way, actually, sorry. We haven't filled this area here. So if I'm looking for the bottom, you can see it's kind of cooling off here. I think we're going to potentially have another event, which is going to be a liquidation event, a black swan event. Something's going to happen in the crypto markets. It always does this time in the cycle, or this part of the cycle, sorry. And I think we're going to come down and we're going to fill this with a wick. So I'm looking at potentially 62 to 89p for XRP. So is it a good time to start buying? Now, this is obviously never ever financial advice, But dollar cost averaging around here, around here, around here, if it falls this low around here, and then sideways when it starts moving up, when we eventually get back to all-time high and past all-time high, you'll be very, very happy with the average price. Let's look at the percent gains. Say if we have an average price somewhere around here, we're looking at like 300% gain, 3x. And then obviously if we pass all-time high, you can be looking at 4, 5, 6x, maybe even more. So the fundamentals with XRP and everything they're doing in the ecosystem at the moment is super, super strong. With the partnerships, obviously Wells have accumulated over 2 billion tokens so far this year, and we're only in August. God knows how many more tokens they're going to accumulate. In terms of the technicals, I'm looking for a bit more room to the downside, a bit more kind of a few more drops potentially to downside, whether that's a wick to the downside, we fill this out, whether that's just kind of edging down. Once we break through this downwards trend and get above this line here and then come back, test it, start moving sideways and up, that's when we're going to be off to the moon for XRP. So in terms of the charts, I mean, if we were back here and obviously, or here or whatever, I'd say maybe wait, but who knows when it's going to drop or go up. But now we're kind of all the way down here. We're massively oversold on the RSI. There's not a lot of sell volume now. We're probably going to start heading down a bit more, and then we're going to start moving up. So do I think it's a good time to start DCAing into XRP? In my personal opinion, yes. So guys, just before we continue today's video, I actually came across this tweet the other day, and it's from Ted, and it says, been watching Moonberg since the AI agent flagged Ansem at 900K market cap, and it ran past 250 mil. So I basically checked out the platform. Now, if we go to the platform, if you've been in crypto for a while, this is one platform that you need to have on your radar, because I've done some research on it and it's pretty cool, to be honest. It saves you a lot of time and hassle. So basically, Moonberg is an institutional grade on-chain intelligence terminal. And what happens is AI basically analyzes the blockchain to identify who's buying, whether there's real volume, smart wallet activity, and even the previous developer rugs as well, to make sure like it's trying to give you the best chance of success when finding the right token. And it's already got proof with, it found Ansem's coin at 880 or 900K market cap, and it ran to over 250 million. That's roughly, off the top of my head, maybe a 310x, something like that. Now, inside the actual platform, it basically scans a token and then it will automatically send you an alert with your criteria. So you just put in your criteria and then it just sends you the alerts. You don't need to sit there scanning the blockchain yourself or trying to find hidden gems or anything like that. And basically the terminal plots KOLs, trades, and smart wallet moves directly onto the chart, while the wallet tracker identifies multiple high performing wallets that all start buying the token at the same time. So you can kind of get the best possible chance to see what's going to run before it runs, and while it's starting to run, so you can try and catch it fairly early. And you can basically even describe the strategy to an AI agent in plain, simple English. You don't need to like overcomplicate it. And now Moonberg is launching its own token, and the ticker is MBX, and the pre-sale actually goes live today. So I'm going to enter into the pre-sale with a small amount, and let's see where this project actually goes. So first thing you need to do is connect your wallet, which I've already done up here. And then I'm going to basically choose USDT, put a small amount in here, click max. $130 will get you 518.8 MBX tokens, and click buy. And she needs to confirm the order. Perfect, done. So I basically secured 518.8 MBX tokens. And yeah, let's see where the pre-sale goes. Let's see where the project goes. Remember, nothing in this is financial advice at all. I'm just literally showing you guys what I'm doing in the markets. Let's jump into the XRP USDT liquidation heat map. This is a very good tool that I use for trading, because it shows you where the longs and where the shorts are, and basically the liquidation levels of where price action is potentially going to go to. Let's just make this a bit, let's put that up a bit, fine. So this is the 3-month heat map here. And if you look, we've got some very strong liquidation levels up here at around $1.40 or $1.39, $1.40, around these levels. So we could potentially come out of this downtrend fairly shortly. Obviously, this is the 3-month. If we go to the smaller, say like the weekly, let's have a look. We got some liquidations down here at 0.98. Not really much below that. Again, I think it could potentially be a black swan event that does kind of take us down, fill the fair value gap, fill us out on the previous change of character, and then to the upside, where next levels would be looking at are probably around 1.6, 1.6.5. I think we really need to zoom out though to the 3 monthly because we get more of a clear picture with the 3 monthly, to around $1.40, around $1.40. And then once we break out, as you can see, obviously we're in this downtrend. Once we break out, that's kind of like a big level of resistance that we really need to kind of break above there, come back, retest it, hold 140 as a floor, and then we head off to the moon for XRP. So guys, that is everything for today's video. Do drop a comment below on where you think XRP is heading next. Remember, none of these videos are ever financial advice. It's just my own thoughts and opinion on where I think the market's going and basically what I'm doing in the markets as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.